Welcome to World Jonah. I'm going to give you a motivating speech to tell you the reasons why you need to start prepping. One reason is cost of living. It's going through the roof every day. Think about it. You go to the stores. Something's higher this week than it was last week. The size portion's gone down. Usually you could buy a pound of bacon. Now you buy 12 ounces of bacon for the price of what the pound of bacon is. The farmers are being paid not to raise crops. The reason for that, here's what it says, is to keep the food price at a stable cost. That if everybody produced their own food like that, then the food cost would go down so far that it would hurt the economy. And the thing is, we are importing more and more food from other countries. Our tomatoes, you think about when you go in that produce section at whatever store you go at, and look at those foods and ask your produce person, where does this come from? Is this homegrown? Where does it come from? And I bet you most of them will tell you it comes from Chile or Colombia or Japan or China or whatever other country it is. But it's not coming from here. Most of it's not. Our people are being paid not to raise food, to keep the so-called food price stable, but it keeps going up. So there's one reason I'm encouraging you to prep. Do you know that just planting 4 tomato plants can produce about 60 pounds of tomatoes? If you're a tomato lover, there you go. 6 bell pepper plants can produce around 100 pounds. Okay, and you'll make mistakes trying to learn how to plant. But if you just choose 4 plants that you eat regular, say tomato, a bell pepper plant, maybe you like eggplants, maybe you like squash, even if you plant it in a 5-gallon bucket and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, if it looks good or not in your house, try it and see how much you're going to save. So think outside the box. Another thing, medications. I'm on 3 of them here. I take 3 different medications. Now, I talked about herbs, benefits of medical plants, and everything else. What if SHTF happens? How are you going to get your medicines? Once your medication is gone, what are you going to do? Now, I can take this here probably every other day and be fine. But once it's totally gone, what am I going to do? Get you these books, not particularly these authors, books on medical herbs, books on backyard foraging, books on how to build things, how to build solar panels and wind power and how to filter your water out. Think about all this. These plants in here will tell you what will help with high blood pressures and diabetes and medicines and stuff. Get these books. Go to the library. Start researching, start reading, making copies, make notes. I am telling you, I'm motivating you to get out there. I want to tell you what. My goal was to start over and get back to basics because I am a mature person. And I look at everything and I see this stuff and I watch people and how they carry, and I get in line and I watch these people who can barely survive because the cost on medications is through the roof. If you don't have insurance, you still got to pay a copay. Depends on what your insurance is. Retired people are not being able to retire anymore because they got to keep working. They've raised the retirement age up, and they're going to raise it up to 70 for everybody eventually. So what are we going to do? Start making your own oil. Start making your own tincture. Start reading the books. Start researching. Get out there. Look here and read. And start researching. Start making your own backup medications. Make your own backup teas for a fraction of what it will cost you. Do you know a small bottle of evergreen oil can run you close to $30? You got evergreens everywhere. Go down and get you some oil. Make your own. Make your own medications. Black-eyed Susans are good for worms infections and other ailments. Make you some teas. Make you a black-eyed Susan oils for the ear infections. That's what I'm telling you. Start reading. Start researching. Get off of that couch. Get out of that box. And start thinking, now, what am I going to do? My family, what are we going to do? With a virus outbreak, if it happens, if a tornado happens, Mother Nature happens, man-made, how am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to live off without my medications? You need to start thinking. I take 3 different types of herbs every day. Now, I'm going to make my own tinctures because I'm tired of taking the pills. The tinctures, I can make it my strength, and I can carry it around, and I can put a few drops under my tongue every day or fix it in my teeth. Hawthorn berries is good for your heart and your circulation. I take red clover. I take dandelion root, and I also ordered me some St. John wort because I do have mood swings. But you know what? I'm getting that St. John wort also because it helps with pain. I have fibromyalgia. I'm tired of taking Tylenol. I'm tired of taking aspirins. I'm tired of going to the store and buying these over-the-counter medications with all these side effects. It's tearing your stomach up. It's tearing your liver up. It's tearing this up. It's tearing that up. Start thinking about prepping. Thinking about changing your habits and get your books. Start reading. Start researching. Get books with colors in them. All kinds of stuff in them. It tells you things. Start thinking about it. Start thinking about what you need to do. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Plants are free. The wild plants are free. All you're spending is buying you some jars, buying your oil, or buying your alcohol to make your tinctures with it, whatever you choose to. And once you pay for the jars, they're paid for when you reuse them again. Think about the medications, the benefits of making your own air freshener, your freshener for your house, your own cleaning stuff, your own body wash stuff. Think about all this here, because if you got 4 people in the family, prep for 6 people. Put things up that you can dry plant for will last 10 to 25 years. You may never need it. You may just catch it on sale. But don't prep something you're not going to eat. If you don't use evaporated milk, don't get that. I see some of these preppers that turns around and you see on their shelves is all this ranch dressing and all this other stuff. And I made a comment to my son. I says, why are they doing that when a bag of beans is much better than that? He said, well, they want their comfort food. I'm going to tell you what. Ranch dressing is fine. But I'm not going to buy 20 bottles of ranch dressing. I will get me 1 or 2 bottles for my personal use. Get you the powdered ranch dressing. Put them in a jar, seal it up, pressure seal it, and that there will last you 10 to 25 years. Same way, I can my crackers. I can my bouillons. It will be there 10 to 25 years from now. So if I catch it on sale, I can get some more. The point is, you've got to start thinking outside that box. You've got to start realizing that retirement age isn't going to be there for us. That we have got to figure out how to take care of this here. Because if it does happen, you're not going to have these meds. You're going to have to start thinking about more natural stuff. There is stuff growing all around your yard that is free. So start getting out there and think about it. I want you today, I want you to just start watching people. I want you to start watching people at work. I want you to start sitting here and just look around the yard at what you have around here. I want you to go to the library and get books and start reading up on them. Medical books. How to do things, how to build things, how to make things. Every area is different. We got desert areas, we got, highland areas, we got water areas. You do not know what's going to happen. So think about prepping. Think about being prepared. It may never happen. But that black-eyed Susan oil that you made, I'm going to tell you what, you go look at the price in the store, how much a small bottle of ear drop will cost you. Then you think about you making that bottle, a good-sized bottle, and you've got all those roots in there. After 2 months, then you take and filter it out, and you think about how much you have that you've made. Now, if you want to make it stronger, all you simply do is once you start filtering out, you can set a new set of roots up. You can pour more in it. The more you put into it, the more you refilter it, the stronger it'll be. So you can have one for a stronger one. You can have the one for the standby. It's up to you how you want to do it. But think about prepping. I'm not saying go out there and buy every gun in town. I'm not saying you're going to see gloom and doom. What I'm saying is you need to start thinking outside of the box. You need to start reading. You need to start thinking about medical herbs. You need to start thinking what's in your backyard that you can eat. You need to think about what you are going to do to take care of your family if that situation happens. You need to figure out how you're going to have water. You're going to need to figure out how you're going to have food, how you're going to stay warm, how you're going to cook things. Take a look at what you are spending. Take a look at what is costing you in these stores and start thinking outside of the box. Remember, if you got 4 people in your family, start preparing for 6. Because you know what? You don't never know who's going to show up on that doorstep. Always prepare for that person. But don't go out and buy all this comfort food. Buy what you need. Prep what you need. And everything is free out there. If you start harvesting off that land, all it's going to cost you is your oils things. So get out there. Change your life. Get outside that box. Become a prepper. From the world of Joan, be safe, be happy, and bless you all.